Merry Christmas, everybody! But especially a Merry Christmas to Buffalo sports fans, Bills Mafia, Sabres fans. What a great time for Buffalo sports right now. Bills on a 4-game win streak to clinch their 7th playoff appearance in a row. Sabres win 6 in a row and have a new front office. And I'll talk about it on the J-Red Show on TikTok and YouTube. Buffalo Bills have a real ugly 23-20 victory over the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland scored the opening touchdown, opening drive. The defense just could not get off the field. Shedeur Sanders completes a 13-yard pass to Fannin Jr. And that's just the story of the Buffalo Bills defense. They always start unprepared. They make mediocre quarterbacks like Sanders, Davis Mills look like Tom Brady, and they just can't get off the field. They're too small and too undersized. So even though the Bills won, that's what frustrates a lot of Bills fans. But on the next drive, James Cook completes a 44-yard touchdown rush, and he continues to have a historic season. Leads the NFL in rushing, is now the third highest. He has 1,500 yards, third highest behind two O.J. Simpson seasons in the mid-70s. I remember not liking that contract, thinking he was overpaid. I am gladly going to eat crow on that. I said last year that Cook was the best running back the Bills have had since LaShawn McCoy. But I can now say he's the best running back the Bills have had since O.J. Simpson. Maybe Thurman Thomas. But he is special. He is a great player. And if the Bills have any hope of winning the Super Bowl, they need Josh Allen and James Cook to put on their Superman capes and overcome the terrible defense. Now, the defense did adjust, and they allowed 20 points. That's what they usually have happens. The defense starts out real sloppy, real ugly. Then they adjust, and they look okay. I mean, despite all my criticism about the defense, it's the offense that cost them games. The New England game, the Atlanta game, the Miami game, and the Houston game, they just couldn't get anything going on the offense. And if Josh Allen and James Cook are not playing lights out, they're cooked. No pun intended. I'm trying to remain optimistic to say this is like the 2006 Indianapolis Colts, how they overcame a terrible defense to win the Super Bowl. But the question is, can Josh Allen and James Cook do it for 4 games? Josh Allen nearly got injured. We all walked off at halftime with a boot. Scared the crap out of Bills fans. But he did come back and had a real ugly second half. This was just one of the games that Josh Allen did not put on his Superman cape. 12 for 19, 130 yards. And that's how you barely win against a terrible team like the Cleveland Browns. Up next is the Philadelphia Eagles. So the stipulation, if the Bills win, then next week's game against the Jets, the final regular season game at the old Highmark Stadium, will be for the division. And I can just imagine the electric atmosphere in that stadium. If they lose, it will be a rest the starters game. The Patriots will play the Jets, and if the Jets win, the Bills control their own destiny. If the Patriots win, then the Bills need help from the Dolphins. And I know Bills Mafia is going to get angry at me. I know they want to slap me. But after seeing Josh Allen nearly get hurt, there's a part of me that's hoping the Bills lose this game and we have to rest our starters for that Jets game. I know. I'm going to get a lot of crap for this. I know you want the division and you want home field advantage and that atmosphere on the final game against Miami. And I admit, and the atmosphere against the final game was the Jets if it's for the division. But I'm a chicken. I looked at Josh Allen getting injured, and I'm like, oh, man. I mean, I don't want the Bills to purposely lose the game, but maybe better off if we lose it. Because I have faith. Because, one, I don't think the New Patriots are going to lose these final 2 games. I think they're going to win the division. But I have faith in my team. They can go on the road and go to the Super Bowl. They can duplicate what the 05 Steelers, the 08 Giants, the 2010 Packers, the 2020 Buccaneers. They can do this. They would likely go on the road against the Steelers or the Jaguars. Jaguars scare me a little bit. Steelers, they're the Steelers just doing what the Steelers always do. They went 9-8. We're gonna win a terrible division. Now, yes, even though I think it might be better off if the Bills lose, I'll be rooting for them to win. If they can win the division and get home field advantage for that wild card, great. I'll gladly eat crow. I'm gonna hope for the best. But there's a part of me thinking it'd be better if the Bills lost this game. We're at the Ventura Jared Show. On to the Sabres, who beat the New Jersey Devils 2-1. Their 6th win in a row. 1 year after losing 13 games in a row, or a 13-game winless streak, as NHL calls it, they now won 6 in a row and are now 3 points out of a playoff spot. Ironically, this is the streak that got Kevin Adams fired, not last year. Now, the Buffalo Sabres have hired Mark Bergevin as the assistant general manager, Jarmo Kekalainen. And my opinion on this is mixed. Jarmo and Kekalainen and Mark Bergevin have experience. Bergevin got the Montreal Canadiens to the playoffs 6 times in 9 years, and Jarmo Kekalainen got the Blue Jackets to the playoffs 5 times. So I trust them to end this playoff drought. But they have less than stellar But despite that, though, they've had a lot of mistakes. Montreal fans are critical towards Bergevin. Blue Jacket fans are critical towards Jarmo. So I question if they can deliver this team a cup. But for now, I just want the Sabres to be respectable and get into the playoffs. And the Sabres are in a weird spot. On paper, they're only 3 points out. Problem is, they got a lot of teams to jump over. Pittsburgh, Rangers, Ottawa, Florida, Boston. I mean, this week's going to be huge. They got the Senators tonight, and they got the Bruins coming after Christmas. So, this is going to be gigantic. So, I mean, I'm happy to have them as general manager, Jarmo's general manager, and Bergevin as assistant. But they have a lot. But Kevin Adams left a mess of a roster behind. They have a lot of work to do. I've argued with some Sabres fans. Some Sabres fans think we need to rebuild, blow it up, tank, start over, give them a clean slate. But others are thinking, I think we're really close. And they just get hot, they can get in the playoffs. It's really hard to say. On paper, they're only 3 points back. But they're near the bottom of the conference. They're near the bottom of the league. I mean, they got a lot of teams to jump over. They really got to get hot. They're on 6 games in a row, so it's a start, but they got to keep it up. I mean, look at this roster. They have some good players. Thompson, Tuck, Dahlin. But can Thompson and Tuck be a part of a Stanley Cup winning roster? They got to trade Owen Power. I think the guy's a total bust. I don't know how he's the number 1 pick, but they got to move on from him. Well, folks, that'll be my show for tonight. I hope you all have a good Christmas. We're the Ventura Jared Show. From my Christmas tree and from my cat Mewtwo over there sleeping over there. This is the J-Red Show saying go Bills and go Sabres. Have a good night. And see me on Twitter, J-Red Show. And I'll see you later. Merry Christmas.